All right. Even though it's live, no one ever joins us like right on.
Oh gosh, did I even send my text?
Right on time. Hold on.
Come on, fly away his hairs.
Let me.
It only bugs
See,
me
this
because
one
of the
is
white.
this one's too high. Hold on.
Mm-hmm.
Get it down. All right. Does it look like I'm looking? Does it look like I'm looking there, or can you tell that I'm looking there? Does it look like I'm looking high?
Yeah, it looks better. Yeah.
Or do I want to push it down?
No, it's fine.
Well, here, I can go down. Hold on.
Nah, just leave it.
Just leave it.
Yes. Oh, I guess I'm good. Let's get cozy.
Yeah, I said.
Oh, good.
Wait,
Okay.
so it's reversed. Wait, hold on.
I know, it's so weird.
I'm trying to move my hair out of my face.
That's funny.
Get it all situated. I even said we're gonna be more prepared this time. See,
here we
when
are
I turn
prepared.
one way, it's so bizarre to see.
Right. I was looking into getting a camera, or I was looking at Walmart cameras to get a HD one and all that 48 blah blah blah. It was like under $20, but obviously right now I'm not gonna do that. But I was like, I feel the need to like send it to you to be like, what does your husband think?
Yes,
You
get
know.
him to set all that up. We just had like so much friggin' stuff going on.
I know. Okay,
Hold on.
so
I'm gonna give your sister a chance to get on,
I'm
so
like-
we at least feel like we're doing it
Yeah,
for
I hope-
one person.
I hope she's yeah.
Oh yeah, we said we are gonna cover this up.
Let's do that. Let's
All
help
right.
ourselves.
See, I'm gonna do it just like this. So, because like last time I almost stopped it, and then it turned
Okay.
out that we actually had somebody that gave us, and
Oh wait, no, it needs to be the other way because if they talk, they'll ask questions on that.
oh yeah, so we won't be able to see if they get. Can we kind of see
So
through
is
it?
that okay? I
Yeah.
can totally see through it.
You can see like if someone were to come.
Oh,
Or
right
what
there?
if we? Yeah. Oh here. Oh, I know. Because it's only. I don't think you
Oh, I
have
get
as
what
hard
you're
of a time as I do, and not. I just can't look at my actual face, because then I'll. There. I know. Like
Hopefully that won't be too
we're
loud.
gonna be taking off the air. Oh, I can do it from the side though. Look at this. Who is the smartest in the land?
Excellent.
It's not me, but oh.
It is. Okay.
Look at me knowing how to do something. Let's see how do we look on that. Now I have to see. Okay. I gotta.
All right. I have to forget or I have to remember
Hold
to
on.
not bump the table.
I have to just get my hair out of my face. Once I get it out of my face. Oh, and I didn't. Hold on.
It's okay.
See,
now
it's
we
gonna
know.
go. It's gonna go black if I don't. Did I start it?
Mm-mm. Try one more time.
Mom,
Great.
I didn't eat.
Good.
I did it.
What did mommy say? Don't chew it. Okay.
Oh, well, I can see myself.
Okay. Should I take that? All right. Ready?
All right. Yes.
Let's go.
A bit there. Make sure.
Don't
It's
chew
my
it.
bangs that will like kill me if I situate them and then they're not right in my face. Let's see how it looks on that. All right, that's as good as we're getting today.
Chin. Wipe your chin,
That's-
dude. Wipe your chin. Mm-hmm.
Okay. 1, 2, 3. Hey guys, it's Michelle
And Lindsay.
with ADHD How To, and
WTF.
so we have a really good show today. A lot of interesting, good information. So we are going to be talking about the physical aspects of ADHD, like how it affects us physically, specifically when it comes to like ADHD burnout, when you're coming down from high adrenaline, high cortisol, and even really high dopamine providing activities, how there's a crash, how it will literally like physically impact your how it will impact your physical health.
True. Which
And
in a shorter version, it is ADHD energy and energy exchange and how it affects us ADHDers.
my medicine should be kicking in any second. I took it about 30 minutes ago. So we're like ticking clock.
Right. So yeah, ADHD energy, the highs, the lows, and when they happen, what happens, how it throws off our week, we're trying to do all the things with that because it does affect us.
So do we want to start with actual examples first, and then we'll give the clinical reasoning behind it? Like, what are some high stress situations or some high intensity situations that you have dealt with this week or just in the past couple of weeks that you can give a good example for?
Wasn't ready for that.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I'm like, I have lots of good notes, but not exactly that. Aside from, obviously, that's a great question. But
do you want me to give the one I was going to say?
Sure. Yeah, you go ahead.
Okay.
Go ahead.
So, what originally made me think of this whole topic on Monday, no, on Tuesday, my friend Josh, I'm leaving the wrong place. Hey, Josh, I told him last time that we mentioned him and he was like, oh, Lord. And I'm like, no, it was literally for like 5 seconds. But my friend Josh, he came up and he was telling us about how he had just had a job interview. And because he had been anticipating it for so long, getting ready for it, he knew that more were coming. He said, he goes, when I'm coming down off of this high intensity thing, he's like, I know tomorrow I'm going to be dead.
That's right.
And
can't do anything.
Yeah. I'm like, I know exactly what that is like. It's because you are like, it was a combination of, and I'll come back and I'll do an addendum, Josh, if you say that it's wrong, but both adrenaline and dopamine, because he was so excited about it.
Yes.
But it's just that buildup. And then it is like when you're filling a balloon and you feel it like to where it's like big as hell, and then you let it go. And then it's just.
Yes. Okay.
Know?
I do have an example now.
Yes.
So, which she helped me get this from last night because you have a good example of Christmas. But yes, it's the same thing as like I'm going on a trip. There's a whole bunch of steps that lead up to the trip. There's the packing. There's the fun stuff that I do, and then it's over. And then I'm kind of like, what do I occupy my time with? And then I'm like, oh, I'm down. And then everyone's down. And they're just like, what do we do? We were at the beach. Now we're not. And because like my entire house, all the kids, they feel it. And I'm like, we have to try. And this is what I tell them. Like, we have to remember how much fun we had. Wasn't that great? And say, oh, it was so great. And just, well, I'm home now. It's okay. Because it's hard. Because it really is I'm depressed. Oh, this is over. What do I do? And that's hard to re-steer or refocus what you're actually, where are you going? What are you doing in life? What now? What is that new fun thing that you need to be focusing on, right?
So it is. And nothing like it is, you have to then find your new dopamine source. But when you come from something that is like, I said, like at a 10, giving you that much dopamine to your everyday life, there's nothing that's going to do that. So you've got to then be okay with something that's going to be like at about a 5.
Right.
But it's almost like, it's like coming down. It literally is coming down off of a high.
Yes. Yes, it is.
So that's like a lot of times, like I know the day. So Avery, my daughter, her 10th birthday is on Monday. She is a spaz right now, excited about it. I know on Tuesday when it's over and we get home, because we're going to stay she's going to stay at a hotel with her friend. I'm going to be with her, just to clarify. She's going to stay at a hotel with her friend. It has an indoor pool and stuff. She's so excited about it. I know when we check out on Tuesday, it's going to be a nightmare.
It'll be
that crash is going to come and it's going to be terrible. But the same thing happens to me. There's such a build up to Christmas. I freaking love Christmas. December 26th is the most depressing day of the year for me. I mean, and there is nothing that is going to give me that same amount of dopamine again. No, so I've got to just almost like when you have a phone charger that sucks and it'll charge your phone, but it takes like a long time.
Yes.
That's the equivalent of how long it takes me to then ramp back up to where I just have enough dopamine to survive. And that's just the dopamine. That's the happy, coming down off of that. That doesn't so much, it will affect us physically. I think, like, does it make you physically tired.
Oh yes, like that's what
Almost
right.
like the
It just
depression.
makes you crash.
Yeah, almost like it's a almost like a depressive tired.
Definitely.
Mhm.
Yes, you can't function. You can't ask questions. You're just like, bleh. Yes, and you're just doing the bare minimum, and you look around your house because if you didn't clean, like let's say it's a trip and you didn't clean before you left, guess what? It's a disaster, and you have to clean. But you look around and you go, still not going to clean today. It's
You
going to
know
be
what?
tomorrow or the next day or something, depending.
You saying that, so I'm not kidding. I still have an unpacked from Texas. I came home from Texas August 4th.
Mm-hmm.
My suitcase, if there's anything in it that I haven't used yet, it is still there.
Right. That I was going to say.
Because when you come down from that, it automatically switches back to your brain's reward system,
Mhm.
and you're seeking dopamine like a crackhead.
Mm.
And so when you
somewhere else, so.
when you come back and all you're searching for is dopamine, you look at that bag of
you look at
stuff,
it and you're like,
you're like, that ain't gonna give me dope.
like you literally go, ugh.
I'm like double middle
just-
fingers in the air
you
at
just totally ignore
my
it.
suitcase, you know. But a normal person would be like, no, naturally, it's the responsible, just like normal thing to do. You're home,
Of course it is, but
go clean up your.
But this is how hard it is for ADHDers. Whether
Not how
you're
my brain works.
whether you're diagnosed or undiagnosed, it is so difficult. And one of the things that I was finding is I'm still working on my energy efficiency. And there's a big difference of having the inner, the washing machine that is the energy efficiency. I tell you what, that thing does not do my
I
laundry
freaking
well
hate
at
that
all.
thing.
Okay, so I hope you guys understand. Like that's what I'm working on. That's
And
how
it doesn't have an agitator in it.
I don't even know. I don't know what an agitator is. It
That thing in
agitates me.
That's the thing. It has yes.
What's the agitator?
That thing in the middle. Is yours just like an open like?
No, mine has a thing in the middle, but mine locks and then won't let me back in it. So that's what I feel
we
like.
put a piece of tape over it so it won't do that. We have the kind with no agitator that's energy efficient, so it gives you like a teaspoon of water, and it's like.
And it expects you to clean your dirty clothes.
Yeah,
okay.
And their laundry soap will then stain your clothes. We have to actually. I'm like, it backfired. HG or whoever make GE, it backfired on you because I use more water.
Oh yes. We have to wash it twice. Wait, we're ADHD. We forget about the
No,
laundry.
I say we. I don't do the laundry. Matt does the laundry. Fill up a tea jug full of water and then pour that on top of it.
That is
so
hilarious.
backfired. Screw the earth. No, I'm just kidding. Not screw
No,
the earth.
we love
I don't
the earth.
really mean that.
We just need our clothes clean.
Earth.
Absolutely love it.
Earth.
But oh my goodness, right. So yeah, that's actually really funny. But no, that's what I'm working on as the late diagnosed ADHD is always constantly trying to figure out my energy efficiency, always being dragged to what is the most urgency. And it shouts the loudest. My sister, she's got a harder time where there's other urgency and it tailspins her. She can't, we get so unfocused. Now what are we supposed to do? And it drains her like the worst type of little toy you get for your kid, and you're going through 50 batteries and you're like, this was supposed to be enjoyable, but you're having to replace them so many times. But no, it is hard for the ADHD and the ADHD brains. Like this is ridiculous.
See, mine urgency, my brain is like, F urgency. What's the fun thing?
Mm-hmm.
What thing is gonna give you dopamine? Like
Right.
Last week, perfect example. We got in here early. I don't think we started the show until like 3. We got in here early. I had stuff that I needed to be doing.
Mm-hmm.
Or was it? No. It wasn't on Friday. It was no one came to school on Tuesday.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
Or Monday, whatever it was. Anyways,
which
so
one.
nobody was here.
Right.
No, it was on Monday. Nobody came to school because it was Abby's birthday. And so she came up and we're like, oh, we could get so much done. And I'm like, yeah, we could. And so my classroom is done in an old school NES Mario theme. I'm obsessed with Mario. I have an NES over in the corner and I have a TV.
Yes, which is awesome because when I showed up, she was playing it and I'm just like, I love you, girl. You're so cool.
I was
we're
playing
gamers,
I was playing Mario 3, which is my jam. I will whoop on Mario 3. I grind level 1 until I have like 15 lives, even though I'm on level like stage 4 and still in level 1. I've got like 47 lives.
Awesome.
Because I am the GOAT. I I love to stunt on the kids. I'm like, in your face. I can't spell diarrhea without Googling it, but look what I can do. Anyway, so she comes and it's like, she's all, organized. She's like, yeah, we could get this done. We could get this done. And I'm like, all right, at 1:00, I need you to make me stop because I'm going to play video games until then. I'm a 43-year-old woman.
There's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And it was just like, cool. Because I was like, just doing some things, tooling around. Doesn't matter. But yes, that's that energy level, right?
Uh-huh.
So, okay. Was working on that. You know what? Okay. So I don't know if anyone's ever told you guys in your life, well, but I have, I got the best compliments from people when I was most happy, when I was most happy and energized. Like if I remember going to some club and we got there and we were kind of the earliest one. And then someone came up to me and they were like, oh my gosh, your energy is electric. And they were just like, wow, they just came right up because they had to give me a compliment. And I was just like, wow, okay. And so this is the type of ADHD energy we're talking about, right? So
it's magnetizing.
Nice. I have lots of random stuff.
Okay, that's why I'm so magnetic. Whatever. I'm very off-putting. What's the opposite end of a battery?
Just the negative.
A negative?
Mm-hmm. Just
even though my personality is not like, I'm not a negative person. I think I'm just too much sometimes. So I'm off-putting. So I have the opposite effect.
Oh, which is fine because yes, it lets you know who your people are too. So
that's true.
That's a good thing. But
it does weed out.
Don't know what that is. All right, so yeah, working on inefficiency.
Oh, those are gross.
Cool. Mm-hmm.
Why do I say that? Because I tasted it and it's really gross.
Okay, right. So obviously we're excited about the things we're interested in. Like she said, it gives us a dopamine. But the funny part, we probably have talked about it. The funny part is that the opposite is housework or something like really boring, but oh, hey, we're coming over for the weekend or, we're going to come visit. And then it's and then it's a whole other story. It's like
Flight of the Bumblebee.
Right. It's like, we clean like a machine and we're like, okay, we can do this. And we're like, man, if we could just bottle this energy up, all the time, all the stuff would get done. But that is not the way it works.
I made a meme for our page and it says, I can do all things through last minute procrastination. That strengthens me.
Right.
And so like Matt, he travels for work and he's usually gone he leaves like Monday morning and he comes home Friday afternoon. And so when he's gone, I'm always like, I'm going to get the house clean. Do I do it on Monday? No.
Right.
I do it on Tuesday? No. When do I start doing it?
When you get that dopamine kick
Friday morning.
At Whittett's time. Oh my gosh, he's going to be here. Oh, okay. Got 3 hours. Right. So that reminds
Friday
me
morning.
of, I have to quote my cousin, Philip Weber. I have to quote him because he said this and I heard it and I had wrote it down and I got to tell him that I love it. Anyway, he says, I'm a high maintenance person, but I pay most of the maintenance myself. So you don't have to. But
that's good.
But us late ADHDers, we don't freaking know what we're doing in that sense. And so one of the things that I'm going to pick his brain about is, hey, I need some of your tricks and tips that you have learned so that I can better my life. And then, hey, I'm probably going to share it on YouTube because that's the hardest part. Because we're what were they calling us? We are the lost age of ADHDers where everyone was completely missed. It's not an epidemic. Everyone was just missed.
And we're the ones too that have the hardest time asking for help.
Yes.
The old school, like if you like your grandpa, your great grandpa, it was just a given that you should get out there and you should be doing that manual labor with them.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I know?
Yes.
You know what I mean? But a lot of us born in like the mid 70s to mid 80s. I don't even think it's so much the late. No, we'll say
it
1970 to 19. This is what a 15-year thing. If you were born in that time frame, that was the time frame we were all latchkey kids. Are something about, I don't know, about the parents of that time frame. Maybe it was because it was just when more moms were entering
Okay.
the workforce.
Hmm.
Because forever it was stay-at-home moms was the thing. I do think that was about the time that more moms were entering the workforce.
Mm-hmm.
And so we became very self-sufficient. Becoming self-sufficient at a young age, it makes us, we put more pressure on ourselves, and we learn to only rely on ourselves.
Mm-hmm.
And I don't think this is exclusive to that time frame, but all of the people I know that are between, I'd say 35 and mid 50s, mid to early 50s, all of us, most, seem to have had parents, either a mom or a dad, that was emotionally unavailable,
Okay.
which therefore then caused us to be more self-sufficient,
Mm-hmm.
and to learn that love is conditional. And when you're at home, you're expected to like be taking care of yourself because you're a latchkey kid. If you were the oldest, like I remember now, like Avery's like, can I stay home by myself? She's about to be 10. I'm like, hell no.
Yeah, we're like, no.
But
no.
I was 9, staying at home like all summer. Like I was who babysat my 2-year-old brother.
Right? See?
All
yeah,
summer
all
long.
the things have changed, of course. Yes.
So you become the oldest child. Also, that, you know, all those memes that say, how is that high functioning anxiety, perfectionism thing going for you, ladies, especially if you're the firstborn daughter, firstborn granddaughter? And I'm like, that's me. I'm the first everything. But if you are the oldest, especially,
Mm-hmm.
you are one of the most hyper independent, hard to crack people that there is. This is both men and women. Our mantra is, I'm good. I'm fine.
Are you really good? No.
All good. Yeah. Are you
can't
good?
ask for help.
Nope.
No, just can't ask for help.
Yeah, I'm good. You're like, your clothes could be on fire, and someone's like, hey, want me to help you put your clothes out? I'm good. I can take care of it. I don't need any help. It's merely a flesh wound.
Just a
Like,
fish food. Mm-hmm. Mm-mm.
But yeah, and I think that's part of it. And so it makes it even harder to recognize any type of neurodivergency. I don't know if that's a word.
It is now. No, I'm
It
just
is
kidding.
now.
Neurodivergency. Sure. Yeah, why not?
Webster, I just coined it. And I mean Webster as in the little, never mind. Anyway, I was just talking about little people with Josh too. But never mind. I can't say that.
Okay, so
Rewind.
as we're talking about this energy and how much you're giving, and then you wake up the next day and you're just like, oh, I'm just, I'm beat. You still can't do much. That's okay. Aside from us who have that negative self-talk, and now we can't get our stuff done. And then we're thinking we're just bad people, because that happens when we lose our self-trust, when now we can't do these things, especially now. Knowing that you have these energy deficiencies versus not knowing, what are you going to think? You are going to think you are the worst person, that you can't do things that other people do, and you are just going to tear yourself down even more. And that is unfortunate, which of course is why we have an ADHD podcast here, or because that's what we want. We want to help people and talk about this stuff, because it sucks to suffer alone.
And then when you do, because I don't know of any, well, no, I do. A lot of times, those of us who grew up in that time frame, especially if it was our mothers that were the ones that were absent, or that we had to earn the love from, or
That's not true, but that might be the way you feel about it. Just saying.
there are sometimes,
Okay.
like if you were abandoned or.
Pardon me. I'll be back. Okay, you're gonna have to revert. Are you okay? I have to go potty train a bit. Okay, I think. Come on.
I apologize. I know it seems totally rude for me to be eating a lollipop. It helps. It helps me not fidget having something in my mouth. So that didn't sound right, but it. Oh my gosh. Oh, we end up becoming really big empaths, and we don't ever want anyone, especially once you become a parent, we don't ever want anyone to feel the way that we did. And so we women, I don't know a lot of, I only know like a couple of men in my life that do this, but women especially, you will develop broken bird syndrome, but you almost make it like your life's goal to make sure that nobody ever feels the way that you did. So you become a people pleaser, you become a fixer, and if you don't do that just with the general public, then, and I think especially for men, that does happen with your kids. You end up taking all of the feelings that you had, all the negative feelings. You take the way that you were made to feel that hurt you in your early childhood, your adolescence, and you're like, I will be damned if I ever let my child feel that way. And so one of the, I mean, it sucks for us, but one of the positive things that comes from that is you end up becoming a, if you're a cycle breaker, you end up becoming like a kick-ass parent. I'm not a cocky person. There's not a lot of things in the world that I will actually pat myself on the back on, but I know I'm funny and I know I'm a kick-ass mom because it's my life's goal to make sure that my kids never ever feel that way. I have a couple of friends who I know their history, and the way that they, like, especially if it's men that have daughters, the way that they are with their daughters is an obvious direct reflection of them going, okay, here's how I was made to feel. I'm going to turn that around, make it the exact opposite. Like I have a friend that they were abandoned by their mom as a preteen.
Mm-hmm.
And I knew that there had to be something with this person's mom, like within 5 seconds of talking to them.
Mm-hmm.
But they are like an incredible dad, like girl dad. Okay? I don't think I've ever seen somebody pour so much or dope so much. But that alone, that right there, it was like, it's because you had something with your mama. Like I knew you right. Oh crap. I was like, you got something with your mama. But to their credit, oh, you okay, baby?
Yeah.
To their credit, they
Go
turned
back.
it. They turned it around, and some people cannot take a compliment to save their freaking life. They turned it around, and I might even send this to them to make them watch it, but it did it.
I had to learn to take compliments.
Yes, but like this specifically, because it is such a huge deal, especially because I don't know. Well, I think they had therapy. I don't know. They did. It's such a hard thing, especially for a man to overcome. To overcome mother wounds. And
Please go back that way.
it's, I don't know. I just give a lot of credit for that, because a lot of times that it would turn into you becoming a very emotionally unavailable person in general.
Mm-hmm.
And while I definitely closed off and crunchy and hard, not with the daughter.
All right. What else we have?
So anyways,
I was like, I don't know where we got that, but that's
that just
okay.
it just got put on my. It literally, like, this is one of those times, like, if God puts something in my heart, then my mouth is moving, but I am not controlling the words. It really was. So that's
right.
where we went just now. So, because we've gone 29 minutes, we'll keep it do we want to just, so right now, do we want to just focus on, because we've been talking about the dopamine crash. What was the last thing that you said before I got going on my thing?
No clue.
That was 100% the Holy Spirit, girl, because that's not what I was about to say. I was gonna.
I got no clue.
I think I started saying something about.
I'm like, I swear I told them, I asked them if they had to pee before we started this, but no, they both had to do it right in the middle. So I don't know. I don't know. It's okay.
I thought I was saying something about Josh, and then all of a sudden my mouth started going. Anyway, so we were talking beforehand about how rather than going super long on these, we are going to we'll break it up.
We'll shut it down. We're gonna do a couple.
Yeah, do a couple of them. So this one was where we covered coming down off of high adrenaline or high dopamine things.
That's right.
And the crash. But then we also got into how how being late diagnosed.
Yes.
And our age group, how we ended up becoming so self-sufficient and how it made it harder for us.
Or just blatantly seeing the lack of sufficiency in our own lives and then trying to seek out what is going on. So yes.
Yes.
Ultimately how we got here too. But
yes.
It's always a journey and a process because it's hard.
Yes. Well, all right. So we'll go ahead and
we'll close this one down then and just
we'll close this. Do we want to close this one down with any sort of win or WTF, or do we just want to direct people to the next clip?
We could. I did want, I have a little bit with what we're talking about with energy, and some of it can go down to if you find yourself where you are just using too much of your energy in not a great way, and you're crashing all the time.
Maggie, is that you? I say one person.
And you can't get ahead. You just are constantly trying to find that. And what I have just learned from Simon Sinek, one of his speeches, is where he talks about there's always going to be an urgency. So it's kind of like living in survival mode, which is what happens before you are diagnosed, living in survival mode. So that's where the urgency is this. Oh my gosh, I forgot this. This has to go. Where your life, the things happening to you is leading you instead of you leading your life. And it all comes down to,
it's Maggie.
Hey, love you. It comes down to you setting your own agenda and be planning your life and saying what really is important to me. Being able to say no to people that take your energy, or you just shouldn't be doing that. But
it's hard to say no,
right?
Until you learn how to set boundaries, which is really hard,
right? So people pleasing, that's also part of a ADHD or trait, and that always counts against you, where you're using that energy for somebody, and it's not feeding you. It's not feeding your soul. It could be a job, could be a person, could be a loved one, could be anybody, right?
Yes,
all of this applies.
Yes.
And the crazy thing is that if you know what you want to be or who you want to be, that's ultimately your goal. And you're supposed to set your goal, make a plan to get there, because there's always going to be something that's more urgent, especially like my kids. They are my urgent thing, like constantly all the time. Mom, and I always have to reset myself.
Big ball.
Yeah, those are marble, cat size. So I always have to reset. But then what I find most of the time is, what was I doing? What am I doing? Who am I? I'm lost again.
That's why so many moms, when the kids move out, they're like, I have no idea who I am.
Right. So, but being the ADHDer, it's like, it's even harder. It's a bigger struggle because it takes so long to get right. And that was one of the things that drew me to you at the beginning. So I'm going to this Easter egg hunt, and I go there and I'm like, I must be crazy, because like it says 300 people are planning to go to this thing. This was like one of the first ones and one of the biggest, most giant ones. And you
was
were
that
like,
the one I was so pissed afterwards?
Probably. It probably was. And I was just like, at first, A, I can't believe I'm here because there's so many people. I'm kind of freaking out. But B, this is really good. These are all homeschoolers. Wow. And then I go, and that's the lady. She put this on. And I was already in admiration of, seriously. Yeah. See, take the compliment. Okay. Right. So I was already in admiration of this person. And I was like, wow, I really like that. I go, she really kicks ass that she did this, no matter if you were like, this was the worst day ever. Like but the fact that like, that's what I was like, no, she gets stuff done. This is cool. I loved everything about her. And I was like, okay. I hope she could be my friend later. But meanwhile, I'm like, undiagnosed, can't even.
Just a little peek behind that curtain. That came at such a huge, every single event that I did.
Energy cost, right?
Oh, not just energy, happiness cost. So like my family, I am not, I mean, I used to be more, I'm not as much now. Like I was like a level 10 people pleaser. Now I'm like maybe a level like 3. But
okay, I was wondering where you were going with that.
Because I'm going to do this fast. Talking about the energy, the ADHD tax, as far as your energy tax. You had a really good word for it the other day, I thought, but the emotional toll that it takes on the person. So it's almost like they say, when somebody gets married, like at somebody's wedding, like you never eat, like the bride never eats.
Okay, right.
She forgets to eat because she's, doing everything else. But that's how it was. I wanted so much. Okay, so I started this homeschool group in 2018. There wasn't hardly anything.
Mm-hmm.
The day that I pulled my son from his private school to homeschool, I was like, I know that I can do, he was in first grade. Said, I know that I can do the schooling, but I need to make sure that he still gets the kid experience. I need him to have friends. I need him to have field trips. I need him to have parties.
See, this is the brilliance of her, because she was like, this is what he needs to have. It's not there, and she made it.
That weekend I created.
That's like making things so magical. And it's like, how did you do that?
The cost of my sanity. So I created this homeschool group. It ended up growing to where at one point it had like 1,500 local families, not kids, but families, with probably 2,000
big families,
2,000 kids. And so I would do these annual events. I would have like field day and Easter egg hunt and summer parties and all this, but I have to do it big because I'm very extra. And so I would get food trucks and vendors and have prizes and have like Kona Ice come out and all this. They were huge.
Yes, come on, a real event.
I was miserable. I stressed myself out so bad.
That's super stressful.
Leading up to it, I never had fun when I was there, but I didn't let anybody know because I stayed on the whole time. But I was only thinking about my kids and the other kids. I'm like the other homeschoolers, because now the area is saturated with it. But at the time, all these parents were like, "Oh, we had nothing," and so I'm like, "Well, it is obviously my obligation." It was not my obligation to provide this, and every homeschooler within a 7-county radius, I am responsible for their happiness. And if I don't provide something dope as hell, their childhood is going to be ruined, and it will all be on my head.
Not true, but that's what we think
this
inside.
Is what I thought.
Right? It's okay.
And so anything and everything that every self-sacrifice, and this is not me being like, oh, I'm so whatever. No, it's how my dumb brain works.
This is your internal turmoil.
Yes,
that's what that was to you. And so
it was. It was it was trauma response too.
There you go.
It was like, I was so disappointed as a child. I never had this. I'm going to make sure these babies have it all times 1,000. If the things that this dumb homeschool mom that just happens to know how to event plan and stuff, if I can do things that are going to provide these. Now they were kick-ass events.
Yeah,
like, they were good.
They were.
I would get bounce houses and stuff, but
yes, I wouldn't do them because of that cost. And that's one of those. What did she learn? That's what we're talking about.
I learned that it's not worth it, and I shut down my group, and I had to tell them, I'm like, look, I can't do this anymore. And because it got to the point too where this is a good example of, it can be friendships or a lot of times families or even relationships where you are giving and giving and giving. Yes. And I didn't expect anything in return. I didn't do it for anything in return. But as a human, you want to at least know that you're appreciated. And a lot of people did. But when you add in the RSD,
yes,
that rejection sensitive dysphoria,
that one kid that looked at you and just said, "This is
5,000
awful."
5,000
Right?
yes, 5,000 parents could tell me this was amazing. Thank you so much. 2 could come up to me, and I had this happen, come up to me and be like, my kid didn't find 35 eggs. They only found 34. I hate you. I hope you die. And that's all I'm going to remember for the rest of my life. Now I'm like, go buy some eggs. But it just got to where it was taking too much of a mental toll.
And that's the journey. Oh my goodness. Yes. So if anyone else has experienced this hardship of your energy efficiency, dealt with this, overcome it, let us know in the comments. We'd love to hear about it.
Yes. So we'll go ahead. We'll end it. We only went 40 minutes. We'll end it right here. And we will come back to do the second half where we talk about how adrenaline and cortisol and I even have pain modulation, how these other things, they affect you physically, but in ways you wouldn't normally think of, including how they impact us in our decision making and our ability to get things done. And I have an excellent example for your children.
So tune in next.
Yes. So
until next time,
I'm Michelle
and Lindsay
with ADHD How To and
WTF.
I had to do the lip bite.
Like and subscribe.
Yes.